Hello, myself Dr. Pritesh Gugale. Welcome in my Zoology channel. I request to all please watch the video up to the last second. Today we learn about the skeleton system. Actually, the skeleton system also called as the framework of our body, and it gives proper shape to our body. Then all of you know in human body contains 206 bones are present in adult and up to the 300 bones is present into the children's, and these bones are attached to each other by cartilage, then tendons and the ligaments, and then they forms a system, and this system is called as the skeleton system. Before watching the main video, we learn about the parts of the skeleton system. The skeleton system is divided into the two parts, that is axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. The first is the axial skeleton. This skeleton forms the vertical axis of our body. They contain 80 bones. These bones are divided into the three sections. The first one is the skull, second one is the thoracic cage, and the third one, that is the vertebral column. In the skull, they contain 29 bones, and these 29 bones are divided into the hyoid, then ear bone, then facial bone, and the cranium bones. Then second, that is the thoracic cage, they contain the 25 bones, and these bones divided into the ribs and the sternum. And the third one, that is the vertebral column. The vertebral column, they contain the 26 bones, and these 26 bones are divided into the coccyx, then sacrum, then lumbar vertebra, then thoracic vertebra, and the last one, that is the cervical vertebra. Then out goes to the second part, that is the appendicular skeleton. It consists of 126 bones and divided into the two parts. First is the limbs. The limbs contain 120 bones, and these 120 bones are divided into the upper arm and the lower arms, and these two arms, they contain the 60 bones. Then second part is the girdles. The girdle is divided into the two types. The first is the pectoral girdle, and this pectoral girdle is attached to the upper arm, and the second pelvic girdle, and this is attached to the lower arm. Okay, now we are going to watch the video of skeleton system. In this video, we observe the attachment of bones to each other from lower arm to the cranium and forms the complete skeleton system. First, there is the phalanges of the lower arm. These phalanges, they are attached to the metatarsus. Then this metatarsus contains the 5 bones, and the phalanges, they contain the 14 bones. Okay, then this metatarsus, they are joined to the another bones, and these another bones are called as the tarsus. Tarsus contain 7 bones, and this tarsus is attached to the tibia and fibula, and then this tibia and fibula is attached to the patella. Then after the patella presents a bone, that is the femur. Then the femur is attached to upper side by a pelvic girdle. Then after the pelvic girdle, next part, that is the vertebral columns. The vertebral column is divided into the 5 parts. The first one, that is the coccyx, is present near the pelvic girdle, and the coccyx is 1 in number. Then after the coccyx, the presence of the sacrum, also a 1 sacrum is present. Above the sacrum, presence of 5 lumbar vertebrae, and then after the lumbar vertebrae, then 12 thoracic vertebrae are present, and lastly the 7 cervical vertebrae are present, and these cervical vertebrae are present in the neck region of the body. Next is the thoracic cage, and thoracic cage is made by the 24 ribs and 1 sternum, and these ribs are attached to the vertebral column laterally. Then after which the next is the clavicle, then scapula, and this scapula is attached to the next bone, that is the humerus, and this humerus bone is attached to the radius and ulna, after which the presence of carpels, they are 8 in numbers, and then these carpels, they are attached to the metacarpals, and the number of the metacarpals is 5 in number, and this attachment is by the special structures to each other. And then after the metacarpals, the presence of the phalanges, and the phalanges are 14 in number. Means the upper arm is consist of humerus, then radius, ulna, carpels, metacarpals, and the phalanges. Then next is the hyoid bone, and the hyoid bone is present in thyroid region or the neck region. After the hyoid bone, the presence of the facial bones. The facial bones are 14 in numbers, and these facial bones, they are united to each other and they form the face of our body. After the facial bones, the cranium bones are present and they form the cranium, and all these bones are present into the skull. Then this is the overall the skeleton system of the human body. This is overall figure of the skeleton system, and after the joining of all these bones, this skeleton system looks like that type. Because of skeleton system, our body posture is straight or vertical. Thank you for watching the video. In next video, we learn in detail about the axial skeleton as well as the appendicular skeleton. Thank you, and thank you.